It depends on how we shaped ourselves. If we become wonderful human beings, it's one thing. If we have become an ugly manifestation of humanity, definitely it's an original sin. It's a mistake. Sin is too strong a word, maybe it's a mistake. So too many mistakes are being made in the world, no question. You claim to appreciate or, well, you worship the one who is referred to as the creator, but you have a huge issue with the creation. If you do not appreciate the creation, why the hell should you worship the creator? Someone who made such a bad job of this, the only way you can even be born is through sin, I think he must be banished. Now, this is a fantastic device to keep people enslaved forever. If you do not even allow them to come to terms with their biology, they'll never come to terms with anything in their life. Always they will be dependent on an institution or a person or something who claims to have connections. An Italian mafia guy was once brought to the law court and he just walked in with this fat cigar in his hand and like this he came and sat down like he's a guest. Then the judge looked at his arrogance and asked, "Do you have a lawyer?" He blew the smoke out and said, "Well, I got friends in the jury." So people who are supposed to have connections elsewhere, you will always be enslaved to them because you feel guilty about your biology. This whole thing goes into more grosser and grosser states. So except in certain cultures, everywhere else where dominant religious beliefs were spread, in all those cultures, unfortunately, they make you feel guilty of your very existence, because that way you will always be enslaved to whatever they have set up. Something so fundamental as the menstrual cycles in a woman, she has to feel guilty about it and she's impure. Her existence is impure. Unfortunately, I want you and all the teachers of the world to understand, if your mother did not have menstrual cycles, you wouldn't be born, even if she met your father. Yes. So the life-making material, unused, is what it is. And if that is impure, your very birth is impure, that's what they're anyway trying to tell you, that your birth is impure. And to cover this, there's a whole lot of other stories which I don't want to enter. Once you are not in terms with your own physical existence, you're essentially will never ever be in terms with any other dimension of your life. This itself will cover you forever. This is a fantastic trick to keep you enslaved forever. No wonder institutions have lasted, though they've lost their relevance, they stay, simply because your existence, your very existence, you're guilty of. If you're guilty of your very existence, that means one or that which is the source of creation should be even more guilty. You are eternally guilty and that which has created all this must be even more carrying the burden of guilt. Guilt and fear have been a phenomenal tools to control populations, which has been successfully done for a long time. It's time this is broken.
Sadhguru, what are your views on adultery? How does it affect one spiritually?
If there is no love in your heart, you are anyway an adulteress. For convenience and comfort, if you have given yourself to any aspect of life, not necessarily a man or a woman for that matter, without love in your heart, if you have given yourself to any aspect of life, you are an adulterer, isn't it? So am I against adultery? Yes, in that sense, yes, with every aspect. But if you're talking about what is considered socially as adultery, it is individual, and for every action that you perform, there is a consequence. Most people I know, they are not willing to face the consequences when they come. But without facing consequences, they want to have situations that they enjoy. Then anybody who is not willing to joyfully accept the consequences that come to them for whatever actions they perform is just a fool. And a fool is somebody who is against himself in so many ways. Anybody who works against himself, anybody who turns himself against himself or herself against herself, what shall we say about them? So, with your actions, if you're turning yourself against yourself, because you do things senselessly, you're not doing things by choice, you're doing things senselessly, simply because you have given in to a certain aspect of your body or your emotion or something, then definitely it's not okay. Because you will bring suffering to yourself. Anything that brings suffering to any human being, especially to himself, is it okay? Anybody who simply goes about bringing suffering to themselves for whatever reason they have, it doesn't make sense, isn't it? I'm not against or for anything. I want you to live sensibly. What makes utmost sense to you, you must do that. Is this wrong, is that wrong? That's not the point. Are you living your life sensibly? That's the question. Or are you a slave of something and trying to find approval from me for some nonsense that you do? No. I have neither approved any action or disapproved any action. As long as you're behaving sensibly about what you're doing. A senseless life is sin, isn't it? If you live sensibly, in a way that Creator will be proud of you, it's fine. If you've just given into either the ways of your body or your emotion or your mind and going against yourself, it's not sensible. So such senselessness, is it wrong? I'm not even saying it's wrong, it's just very limited and stupid. I've never termed anything right or wrong in my life. But anything that's limited and stupid is not worthwhile, that's all. So I would say adultery is not worthwhile. Is it right or wrong? Who am I to pass a judgment on anything about life? I don't pass judgments about life. But it is stupid and limited to do anything which causes suffering to yourself. It is stupid and senseless to give in to something which seems to be everything today and tomorrow it will make you feel like a fool, isn't it? It's stupid to give in to something which makes you think today it's everything and tomorrow morning it makes you look like a fool to yourself, not to somebody else. That is a senseless way to live. You must live in such a way, with so much sense, that God should be envious of you. If you show such sense, there's no right and wrong with your life. If you don't have such sense, everything is wrong with your life.